Well, good morning. Good morning. This is a Wednesday morning coffee with Carol, and I want to talk with you about love. Love. No, it's not Valentine's Day. It's not February 14th. It's August. But I want to talk about love and leadership. When the disciples asked Jesus, Jesus, what's the most important commandment there is? What is the most important thing that we should focus on? He said, okay, I'm going to tell you. It's to love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind. And the second is like it, to love your neighbor as yourself. Love. Love is the most important. And when we look at John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son. So love and giving and serving, those are the things that we need to focus on a daily basis. Unfortunately, I don't think we do that. I had the privilege of working with an amazing group of individuals at a local business yesterday, doing an on-site training. Absolutely incredible group of individuals who really get this. They really get the whole idea of, I'm not here just for myself. I'm here to improve this organization. I'm here to make a difference in someone else's life. I'm here to support my fellow coworkers. What a great way of looking at life, right? If you've watched some of my other videos and you've seen maybe the selfie video, we are, as human beings, very, very self-centered people. God and Jesus, they knew, they knew this. And so when Jesus says we're to love our neighbors as ourselves, he already knows that we love ourselves so much. So he wants us to love other people the way that we really love ourselves. Think about that group picture that was taken at the last, event that you were at. And everybody gets a chance to look at the picture, right? Before it gets posted out on social media. Who's the person that you look for when you look in that picture? Do you look at everybody else and to see how they look? Or are you looking to see, how do I look? How do I look? Do I look okay? Do we need to retake this picture, right? We are very, very self-centered, and we have to just admit that. So when we think about loving and serving and giving, that's not necessarily a natural, normal way for us to approach each day. But as we look at love and we look at our relationships with others, while 1 Corinthians 13, which is really known as the love chapter, is mostly known for being read at weddings and really associated with marriages and those types of relationships, I think we can look at 1 Corinthians 13 and really associate it with leadership. And let me show you why. So I want you to think about these words as I read them in your job. Okay, think about your relationships with others at your workplace, all right, as a leader. So love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for self. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Love doesn't strut, doesn't have a swelled head, doesn't force itself on others, and isn't always me first. It doesn't fly off the handle. It doesn't keep score of the sins of others, doesn't revel when others grovel, doesn't take pleasure, it does take pleasure in the flowering of truth. It puts up with anything. It trusts God always. It always looks for the best. It never looks back. but keeps going until the end. If I think about this as a leader in my organization, if I think of this as someone who is influencing an organization, because that's really what leadership is. Leadership is influence. You're influencing the lives of other people around you. And it's an action. Leadership is an action, just like love is an action. So if you don't give up and you think of others more than yourself, what does that look like in your current role? That means that you're paying attention to that person that maybe had a bad day. You lift them up when they're down. You encourage them. Maybe you buy them lunch. Maybe you compliment them. Thank them. Be grateful for them. Maybe you say a prayer for them. So that's what thinking about others more than yourself. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Are you coveting a position? Are you wanting a position that isn't yours? Don't do that. You will get what is yours when the timing is right. I used to always say when I was in sales, if somebody else got a sale and I didn't, I would just say, you know what? If it's meant for me, it's mine. What's meant for me can never be taken from me. So make that a motto. Love doesn't strut and it doesn't have a swelled head. So don't be too prideful, try to humble yourself and not be the one that needs the recognition or needs to stand out, right? It isn't me first, and it doesn't fly off the handle. So this means that you are, you're calm and you're looking for ways to understand other people instead of getting upset or annoyed or angry, right? Ask questions before suggestions. Look for ways to understand before you're understood. When people are having a down day, don't be happy about that. Don't look at them and say, oh, glad it wasn't me. Look for ways to encourage and lift others up. Have high integrity. Be truthful. Look for the best in others. Always look for the best. Don't look back. Don't complain. Don't gossip. Don't talk about other people. If somebody's having a bad day, don't go say, oh, what the heck's wrong with this one over here? No. Find a way to encourage them and lift them up. So think about love and think about leadership. Think about you. Now, you might not be in a leadership role as far as a title, but you are a leader. Trust me, you do influence. Even if you are just the receptionist in an office, you influence every single person that walks in that door or every single person that you talk to on the telephone. So remember that your main role is to love, to give, and to serve. Ask God, how do I do this? How do I implement this in my daily life? God does the how, and you do the do. Make this an incredible, incredible day. Take care.